Did you know that you can automate Android phone automation? Installing, uninstalling apps, making reservations for you, and tabulate this with Kimi. This is a feature that I didn't even know existed. I didn't know it had full Android access. So you can see here that's just scrolling by itself. I'm not touching it. I know it's a little bit slow. It's taking a screenshot and then it's scrolling through this. And this is the control panel. You'll see. I'll try to make sure it works. There you go. See, it's scrolling by itself. What it's doing here for me is it's going through my Chinese, it's kind of Chinese eBay, Taobao. It's going through all these purchases, tabulating certain tea purchases that I made and making a database for me. So this is fully automated and it's controlling this one app. And I wanted to show this one app because like it was rather hard for me to use it. And this is like really powerful for you to control Android if you want to, let's say, automate something like, social media, getting data, collecting or using maybe even your health app, right? Like you can use any single app that's available on your Android phone with Kimi. And the way that you use it is you directly add it to your Kimi interface. So this is my Xiaomi 17 here. This is a Xiaomi phone. So it's kind of just directly talk to it as if it's an agent, but the agent has full control over this phone. Now, there's, of course, advantages and disadvantages. One of the big ones is security. What I'm doing here is I'm using these phones that are a little bit older, so I don't phones that I don't use all the time, right? Not my primary driver, and this only works on Android. So what I'm going to show you today is how to uninstall it on another old phone that I have lying around. So I'm kind of just making use of all of my old phones to do certain tasks for me, and then to launch a bunch of Kimi claws on them and automate the entire phone itself. So okay, let's get started. To get this, let me just start the screen record on this. Start recording. Okay. So let's see, this is the Kimi agent that installs. So you basically install first. What you want to do is install Kimi. It's on the Play Store. This one's Kimi. Install this first, open it up, and what you'll see is that you'll see Kimi Claw, and then there's an add button here, add Claw. All right. On the bottom, we scroll down. It says on Android phone, deploy OpenClaw on your idle Android device up here. So we'll just click that. Click the download button, and you're gonna download this APK, this one, Kimi. All right, let's see. There you go, Kimi 1.02 APK. There are a few permissions that you have to enable. So this is like APK installation. I didn't see this app on Google Play Store. So this is where, yet again, you're on the frontier space. So, this is a full device automation. You are subjected, because it's install. Okay, let's just install this. This is on an Android phone. I don't want to turn on protection. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And then open this app. So yet again, there's a bunch of security warnings here. The reason why there is a warning here is because it's a full device automation. You're enabling an agent to touch your entire phone. This is why it's not recommendable to do this on your active device. If you have money on there, if you have any form of credit, bank accounts or something like that, agents sometimes go a little bit crazy sometimes. But that being said, if you're doing it for social media automation or something like that, it gives you a lot of tremendous power, right? With tremendous power comes tremendous problems. So you have to allow a few settings here. So I'm just going to allow all these settings, allow storage, allow. The ones that are quite key that your phone will complain about is storage permissions and background permissions. So just make sure this is running, and then background permissions, open settings. Let's just see what it is. Okay, one open. Allow once. Allow for 30 days. Okay, there we go. Authorize Kimi. So now that we got the intro, we skipped the intro, got that out of the way. What we want to do is we want to enable accessibility for support UI automation. So this is quite a big one. So this permission is quite big because it gives it full access of your Android. I actually found this here. It happened both on my Xiaomi and my OnePlus, in a sense that because this is downloaded from the internet and it's not from their store, they disable this permission. So the best way to phrase this is that they put restrictions on apps that are downloaded from the internet, which this app is, and not on their Play Store. So you have to enable an additional permission. I know it's quite annoying, but what you do is you go to apps. So basically go here, go to apps. Go to app management. We'll go to Kimi Claw. We'll find Kimi Claw here. Kimi Claw, here we go. Permissions here. Remove permission restrictions. There we go. All permission restrictions removed, and then we can go allow this UI accessibility option here. So it's just an extra step, but it is good the phone reminds us to do this, because yet again, think of how much power this gives the Claw, right? Because it just allows it to use any app that's installed on the Claw. Okay, so let's see that. Enable this, and then let's see. And then we can go to Kimi Claw. Alright, finish this. Allow background permissions, open settings. Every app has app management. Kimi Claw, battery usage. Okay, allow background activity. Allow background activity. Alright, there we go. That's done. Alright. Now we go back to Kimi Claw. I know the setup is a bit of a pain. Lots of buttons to click. But here we got Kimi Claw up and running, and it's connected, and you can chat with Kimi. So now I have Kimi Claw set up here. I can chat with Kimi. Now it's connected. It has a new OpenClaw. I can actually name this. I can name this, let's say 1 plus OpenClaw 1 plus. Here we go. Confirm. All right. So I can now do something pretty quick. So let me refresh my UI here, my Windows. Okay. 1 plus is installed. Kimi Claw is up here. Why don't you find all these Chinese apps on the phone that were pre-installed and uninstalled them? All right, let's see if that works. So yet again, this is just this is something that I do on Chinese phones. Like they have a lot of like not spyware, but just like a lot of bloatware. I just want them to uninstall everything. So this is yet again something that it will usually occupy like 10 minutes of my time to do on my phone, but I just want them to go through and do it. So let's see if that works. Okay, so we can see scanning for pre-installed Chinese apps. Good. Okay, let's see what it's doing. You'll notice that it will be a little bit slow sometimes, because every time it's browsing something, it needs to take a screenshot and then send it to the agent. So you see the automation going through. It's scrolling through the settings. It's actually quite interesting. I'm curious what it's trying to do. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, scanning through. Let's see. No, app management. Okay, it's going through and checking through the apps and uninstalling the apps for me. That's interesting. All right, so that's around it. Cool. Cool. So with that, guys, that's how it works. I hope you guys can make use of this. I know the installation process is a little bit finicky because of the permissions, but that being said, once you get it up and running, the amount of power you can have with this is ridiculous. Especially if you have a phone that's like connected to the internet that you don't use, you can just call upon that phone, give it the permissions that you want, and then you get the automation, like flight doing flights, do anything. It's like the amount of power you can have here is ridiculous. So I hope you guys can enjoy using this. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you guys in the next one.